Welcome back to Table Media. In this video, I want us to watch President Ibrahim Traore in Moscow. He was invited by President Vladimir Putin to the Russian Victory Day that used to come up every May 9th every year. So, the one of this year, President Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso of Africa is there today, May 8th, during this celebration. You can see the way he was welcomed. In fact, a plane was sent to him to go and bring him. So it was like, very, very honor coming down to Russia in Moscow. So the fact here is that let's learn more about what they call the Victory Day for Russia, so that at least we get more knowledge about what goes on in Russia. That's number one. Then number two is the accommodation, the honor, and the respect given to Ibrahim Traore when he landed there. So I will leave this story for the Frontline Africa, at Frontline Africa, to explain what the May 9 stand for the Russian people and the Russian government.
What you are watching here is Captain Ibrahim Traore arriving in Russia for Russia Victory Day. May 9, 2025, Russia's Victory Day, celebrated annually on May 9th, commemorates the Soviet Union's defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II, known as the Great Patriotic War in Russia. The holiday marks the signing of the German Instrument of Surrender in Berlin on May 8, 1945, which took effect at 11:01 p.m. Moscow time, making May 9 the official victory date in the Soviet Union. The war, which began with Germany's invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941, was catastrophic, costing millions of Soviet lives. Estimates range from 20 to 27 million, including soldiers and civilians. Key battles like Stalingrad and Kursk turned the tide against the Nazis, leading to the Red Army's advance into Berlin. The victory solidified the Soviet Union's status as a global superpower but left deep scars. Victory Day was first celebrated in 1945. With spontaneous nationwide rejoicing, it became an official holiday in 1965 under Leonid Brezhnev, with military parades in Moscow's Red Square showcasing Soviet might. The event grew in scale, featuring veterans, tanks and flyovers, symbolizing national pride and resilience. After the Soviet Union's collapse in 1991, the holiday briefly lost prominence but was revived under Vladimir Putin as a cornerstone of Russian identity, emphasizing patriotism and military strength. Today, Victory Day includes parades, concerts, fireworks and tributes to veterans across Russia. The Immortal Regiment March, where citizens carry photos of relatives who fought, has become a poignant tradition. Globally, the day resonates in former Soviet states, though interpretations vary, with some nations viewing it through the lens of Soviet occupation. In Moscow, it remains a potent display of unity and power, often attended by foreign leaders.
And at the end of the day, I will also want to, give you an opinion or opinions of people about the invitation to Moscow by Russia. So I have at Lil Omatic, Linda Sungirira Masairida. So he wrote on Twitter. She wrote on Twitter, because this is Linda. So I think she must be a lady. So this, and I will leave for Enisa to read for us, and you will understand what she is trying to say regarding the shift in diplomacy. She wrote from Zimbabwe. So let's listen to Enisa.
Linda Tsungara Masarira at Lilamatic, May 9th. From a Labour economists and African Democrats lead perspective, the recent visit of President at Captain Ib 226, Traore to Moscow, personally facilitated by a Russian state aircraft, is a symbolic and strategic gesture that shows a powerful shift in global power dynamics and the reawakening of African agency. For too long, African leaders have been treated as passive recipients of global policy rather than equal partners in international relations. What we witnessed was more than just diplomacy. It was a deliberate act of respect that defies the historically condescending protocols often employed by former colonial powers. In contrast to Western governments that frequently resort to sanctions, conditional aid and patronizing rhetoric, Russia chose symbolism and state-level recognition. Lead believes in a multipolar world order where Africa asserts itself as an equal partner, not a pawn. This moment reflects a broader continental awakening, one where African states are no longer bound by colonial era loyalties or externally imposed alliances. We applaud any move that promotes African sovereignty, dignity, and freedom to choose development paths and global allies based on mutual respect, not coercion. However, as Pan-Africanists and champions of democratic governance, at lead party ZIM remains vigilant. We caution that while strategic partnerships are welcome, they must be rooted in transparency, people-centered development, and non-exploitative cooperation. We must not trade one master for another, but rather ensure that all alliances advance African interests first, economically, politically, and socially. The message is clear. This is not the Africa of the 1960s. It is an Africa that is conscious, bold, and ready to redefine the terms of global engagement. History is indeed shifting, and LEAD stands firm in support of an Africa that commands respect on the world stage.
So Russia didn't just invite Ibrahim Traore to Moscow. They sent an aircraft to personally pick him up from Burkina Faso. That is not diplomacy, that is respect. Has been, written by Frontline Africa at Frontline Africa. So the symbolism in a world where African leaders are often summoned like subordinate, this movement flips the script. It tells a new story of African sovereignty being recognized, of alliance built on mutual respect, not colonial residue. While the African imposes sanctions and send their lectures, Russia sent plane. I said when the West imposes sanctions and send lectures, Russia send a plane. You don't have to agree with everything, but you can't ignore the shift. This is not the African of the 60s. This is a continent choosing its friends, asserting its dignity and rewriting the times of engagement. Whatever your stance, history will remember that a Victory Day 2025, the Sahel sent a leader and Russia welcomed him with full honors. The balance is tilting and the world is watching. This is how Frontline Africa put it. To join what I have also said in the beginning. So let's enjoy and see what the videos of the welcoming, or the video welcoming Captain Ibrahim Traore to Moscow. Thank you for watching. This is Chuki Table Media. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Put on your comments in the comment section. God bless you as you do. See you next time, and bye-bye for now.
Thank you for watching. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing so you won't miss out any of our latest video.